So in the last class we have seen array. Hmm. So now next topic that we are going to discuss is functions in PHP. Okay, so I will try to cover some important portion on this topic, and we will see some examples also. So first, uh, I think we do not need to define a function. Everybody knows what is a function. Okay, in simple term, function is a piece of code that can be executed by calling it. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, so why we define function? You know that we can reuse the code. Okay, so that and that's why because of using functions, your code also becomes precise, compact, and manageable. Okay, these are the some of the advantages of functions. So let me give you the syntax of function. You might have studied concept of functions in other languages as well. uh, so the concepts are not different than those languages, but sometimes syntax might be a bit different. So let me show you how to define a function in PHP. So in case of PHP, you just need to use a keyword function when you are going to define a function. Then you need to define the name of the function. So whatever name you want to give your function, you can give that name, and then you need to give a list of argument. I am just writing it arguments list. Okay, so I am putting it in a square bracket because it denotes that a function may not have arguments. And then you might have a set of statements, and sometimes you may return some value also. Return or some return value. Some value. Okay, and then you will close the curly bracket. Okay, so this is the syntax of function. Now you can see there is one difference if you compare this definition of function with C. In case of C, you do not require any keyword similar to function in C. But here you require a keyword function that will denote that you are going to define a function. And in case of C, you need to define the return type of the function. But in case of PHP, you do not require to define the return type of a function. Okay, you just, if you want to have a value that you need to be returned, you can just return that value with the help of return statement. Okay, so this is the definition of the function. So now let's see one example how we can define a function. So whenever you want to define a function in PHP, you need to put that code in a PHP tag within the PHP tag. For example, suppose you can define a function. Let's say you want to display some message, and for that you want to define a function. So let's say the name of the function is display, and in that you might display a message. Let's say echo this is a welcome message via a function. Okay, I'm just specifying some message, random message. You can have different message. Okay, so there is no special argument for this message. I've just written that message just like that. Okay, so this is how you will define a function. Now once you have defined a function, now question arises how we can invoke this function. So in order to invoke this function, you just need to call the name of the function like that. Display is the name of the function, so you just call it like that. Okay, so since it is not going to return any value, so we do not need to retrieve that return value. Okay, if suppose function is going to return some value, you might have a function that is returning some value. uh, like for example, suppose that is a function, let's say sqr, that takes a value in some variable, let's say value, and then what it just do, it just return its a square. So dollar value into value, you can do that. So what this function is doing, this function is simply taking an argument. Okay, there is no space. Okay, you should remember there is no space. So it is just taking a argument and it is returning the square of that argument. So now how you can call this function? You can call this function like that, sqr, you can pass a value, let's say 10, and then you can retrieve the result in, let's say, variable a. Okay, so what you will get in a, if you will echo a equal to, let's say, dot dollar a and dot slash br, so you will get 100. So this is how we can define a function and we can call a function. So let me show you one example that I am having from the book by Complete Book, which is a complete reference book. So you can see that let's focus on this part, this piece of code. You might have seen that there is a function which is having name scoper. So this function is having a variable dot value that creates a value, name, variable name with value, variable name whose variable whose name is value, and assign it some integer value. Okay, and then display this value. So this is how you can define a function. Now you can see that we have defined a function within the PHP tag. Okay, so this is some piece of code. Okay, don't worry about that code. I just focus on this function. We have given a keyword, then this is the name of the function, and then curly brackets, and within parenthesis, and within the curly brackets we have specified a line of code. So here this example having only 2 lines. So this is how you can define a function, and when you want to call a function, you can call that like that, just scoper. Okay, so let's try to run this function. PHP name of the file is PHP scope. Okay, so I have executed one function, so I'm just change within this portion PHP scope. Okay, so now you are seeing that output. So let me explain what this output is. So first you are getting in the calling code value equal to 4 and so on, and then in the function dollar value equal to 80,000. So this is the part of the where you are seeing the output of the function. In the calling code again value equal to 4. Okay, so this example shows something something more. We will discuss that later. Okay, so this function is actually outputting only this part. So that second statement, this was the first echo statement that you have seen. There is some variable value which is initialized, so we are displaying the value of the variable is equal to 4, and then this function initializing the variable value, it is actually creating a local variable. Okay, so a variable which is created within a function is called local variable, and then scope of that variable is local to that function. Okay, so now you can see that. Let's talk about the scope of the value also. In PHP you can have two kind of variables. One variable which is having scope global. So global, by global I mean that the variable can be accessed anywhere in the script. Okay, and by local we mean that within the function, if you have defined a variable, that variable will be called local variable, and that variable cannot be accessed outside that function. Okay, and now one more thing, whenever you have defined two variables with the same name, one is global variable and second is local variable, you already know that in other you might have studied in other programming languages as well, that on whenever you call a whenever you access a variable which is also defined with two scopes, two different scopes, then within the scope, when you are accessing a variable within a block, then the local variable gets the preference. So for example, you are saying that the value variable here is a local variable, and this one is a variable that is more global, in the sense that because it can be accessed, this variable can be accessed anywhere in the script. Okay, but since both the variables are having same name, so both the variables are different in nature. Okay, this is local and this is global, and when you access some variable within a scope, then local variable gets the preference. So in that case, here you will see that this value will be displayed, not this one. But in these two statements, you are seeing that we are accessing the variable value. So now in that case, since this variable is local, so you cannot access this variable, this value, that means this value, outside this function. Okay, so this variable will die actually outside that function. So that's why in the these two statements you are seeing value equal to 4, but when you are calling that function, you are seeing this value. Okay, so this is the story of the scopes of the variables. Okay, so now you might have seen that you can define two variables with same name. Okay, but their scope should be different. That you should keep in mind. Okay, you cannot define two variables within the same scope. That means अगर आप ये वेरिएबल जो है यहाँ पर भी डिक्लेयर कर देंगे दोबारा से, that will not run. Okay, because now a conflict will arise. You cannot have two variable with same name. Okay, हालांकि यहाँ पे आप define नहीं कर रहे हैं. You can you will if you will copy this variable there, let's say, so you are not actually defining, you are just reassigning that value. So there will be no problem, but this value will be displayed now. Okay, so this is the scope, or you can say that this is how the function works. Now let's see how to pass a variable or how to pass a value to a function. So this function is actually non-parameterized function. There is no parameter that has been given to that function. So let me show you some function if it is having some value. Scope, return array, pass data. This one. See this one. So this is a function where we are passing some data to that function. So now we have defined a function. The name of the function is display, and these are the two arguments that we are passing, greeting and message. So these are the two arguments that we are passing, and what this function is doing, this is just actually displaying or echoing those contents. So आपने greeting variable को echo कर दिया, message variable को echo कर दिया, and now let's see how we can call this function. You can call this function like that. So आपने दो argument pass कर दिए. So either you can pass two strings or two values, और यू कैन ऑल्सो पास टू वेरिएबल्स एज वेल. ठीक है, आप चाहते तो दो वेरिएबल बना करके भी पास कर सकते थे, दैट विल ऑल्सो वर्क. ओके, सो नाउ व्हाट विल हैपन, नाउ दिस वैल्यू will be copied into this variable and this value will be copied into this variable. Okay, now important thing is you should remember that in this case the value is being passed by value. ठीक है, जो argument है वो by value pass हो रहा है. You might have studied in C that you can pass argument in two ways, by value and by reference. So this is an example of passing arguments by value. So value will be passed, not the arguments. Okay, so this is how you can pass value to functions. So let me close it. Okay, so that is not important. Scope we have talked about, so let me remove this one also. uh, Nested function. So this is one, there is one thing that is very different in case of functions in PHP with from other languages. In other language like C, you might have seen that you cannot define a function within a function, but in PHP you can do that. So now you can see that you can do nesting of functions like that. So we have defined a function. The name of that function is outer function, and we have that displayed one message there, and then we have defined another function in that function. So that function is, we have given name inner function, and we have displayed another echo message there, and then we have called those functions, outer function and inner function. So let's see what happens. PHP nested functions. Okay, so PHP nested functions. Let's run it in the outer function, in the inner function. So it is working fine. Okay, so one thing is strange. It is that is against your expectation, that you might be thinking that you should get this message. Since you are calling outer function, then you should get this message, and then again you are calling inner function, so you should get this message. So what is actually happening, this function is defined inside a function, but it is not being executed when we are calling this one. So this function, only this message is being executed. This function is not going to be executed until we are going to call it. Okay, so let's see the difference. Let's remove this reference, this calling, and now let's see what happens. Now you can see that only one time one message you are getting. So what does it mean? That this function will not automatically executed. You should remember that since we are not calling this function now, so this function will not automatically execute it. However, it is defined within a function, but it will not be automatically called when this function is being called. Okay, आपको इस फंक्शन को अगर एग्जीक्यूट करना है, यू हैव टू एक्सप्लिसिटली कॉल दिस फंक्शन, है ना. सो आप देख रहे हैं, आई हैव जस्ट कमेंटेड दैट कॉल, and now you are just only seeing this message, not this one. Why not this? Why this not message is not coming? Because this function is not going to be executed automatically. Okay, it will be called, it will be executed only when you call this function. Okay, so it doesn't matter where you have defined. So ये ऐसा ही हो गया जैसे अगर आपने इस फंक्शन को लेट्स से यहाँ डिफाइन किया होता. So impact of both are the same. And now let's see. हाँ कर सकते हैं, you can call it. We will see that. So let me show you this, and we will play that with that source code. So again nothing will change, same output you will get. Now let's see. अगर हम इसे कॉल करते हैं तो आप देखेंगे दोनों फंक्शंस एग्जीक्यूट होंगे. दैट इज क्वाइट यूजुअल, nothing is unexpected there. And now let's see, let's do this one. Let me remove this piece of code here, and again output will be same. Let's see what happens. Output is exactly same, so both are the same thing. Okay, so in PHP one thing different has been done, that you are allowed to define a function inside a function, but it is not going to change anything. So it is similar to दिस डेफिनेशन. सो चाहे आप इस फंक्शन को इसके अंदर डिफाइन कर दीजिए या बाहर करिए, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला है. एवरीथिंग विल बी सेम, बट जस्ट वन डिफरेंस इज कमिंग, दैट PHP is allowing or permitting definition of a function inside a function. But you might have seen that in case of other programming languages like C, C++, Java, you cannot do that. If you do that, you will get an error message because nesting of functions is not allowed. In PHP, just allowing that you can define a function within a function, but it will not make any difference. ठीक है, जब तक आप फंक्शन को कॉल नहीं करेंगे. Okay, so I think now you are clear, or if you have any doubt you can ask. No doubt? Okay. Okay, so now let's see one more thing. So we have seen that how we can pass a value to a function. So we have seen call by value mechanism. Now let's see call by reference. Why call by reference is important? आपने किसी ने सी पढ़ी होगी तो बता पाएंगे. Can you tell me? Okay, no issue. So let me come to the example. I will show you. You might have studied and see this concept as well. When you call a let's say when you define a function and you call a value, or let's say like that, in C you define a function, let's say int, that is the return type, and let's say func, and you pass an argument int, let's say a, and what you do, so this is a C code. I'm just doing it for your understanding, and let's suppose, and you have a variable. मैं just variable define नहीं कर रहा, I'm just using term x equal to 100. Okay, so let's say some variable that is already defined and its value is x 100. X is some variable, integer variable, and its value is 100. And now I want to pass this value. So this is the function that I'm going to define. Okay, sorry, थोड़ा सा overwrite हो गया. And what I'm going to do, I'm just changing this value a equal to a into 2. So just I am multiplying that value by 2, and just going out from this source code. And now once you call this function, let's say like that, func, and you pass x to this variable, this function, and just done. And when you will see that, you might be expecting that x should be 200 now, but it will not happen. Why? Because you are not passing the variable x. Actually you are passing the value contained by the x. So you are passing just 100, so it will become 200, and a में 200 आ गया. And और अगर आप चाहें तो इसे x भी कर सकते हैं. Let's make it x for more better understanding. So now you might be expecting that x की value 200 हो गई है, but when after this function you will print x, then you will find out that x is 100. आपने एक स्वैपिंग वाला भी प्रोग्राम इस केस में पढ़ा होगा कि आपने दो वेरिएबल्स बाय वैल्यू पास कर दी और स्वैप किया, लेकिन देखा कि वेरिएबल की वैल्यू तो वही की वही है. इन सी यू माइट हैव डन दिस काइंड ऑफ एक्सरसाइज. सो व्हाई दिस प्रॉब्लम इज हैपनिंग? बिकॉज यू आर पासिंग the variable, you are not passing the variable, you are passing the value of that variable. So that is called call by value. So when you call a function, you are just calling this function by value of x, not by x. Okay, so आपने C में इसके लिए देखा होगा, we just pass the address of that variable. So similarly we can also do the same thing in PHP as well. So let me define a function, or let me show you this example. That example is having that value. Okay, so now you see that here we have a variable which we have defined a variable with value 4. We have displayed before the call variable have the value, so we will display this value variable. So you might be expecting that that value will be 4, है ना? So you will see the value which is equal to 4. Then you call this function squarer. So we have defined actually a function squarer, and what we are doing, we are receiving the reference. ठीक है, to the variable. So now we are not receiving the value, we are getting the reference of the variable. So when you receive the reference of the variable, now what you will see, I am just multiplying number. So number equal to number into number, so I am just making the square of that number. Okay, and now let's see what happens after that. So what is the name of PHP reference? Sorry, so PHP so now you can see that initially the value was 4, and after execution of the function value have become 16. So that means we are able to do the square. And now suppose that we might have not added ampersand here. So now can you tell me what will be the value of the variable? So ये तो यहाँ तो 4 डिस्प्ले होने वाला है. What will be the value of this variable at that second output or second echo? Obviously 4. So let me save it and then compile it. Okay, so now what you know that why it was happening, because we were passing this variable by value. So वेरिएबल वैल्यू में जो भी वैल्यू है इस नंबर में आएगी, आपने उसका स्क्वायर किया या नंबर में रखा. बट सिंस दिस वेरिएबल हैव नाउ बिकम ए सिंस ए लोकल वेरिएबल, यू हैव नॉट पास्ड इट एज ए रेफरेंस बाय वैल्यू. सो वेरिएबल की वैल्यू 16 तो हुई, बट दिस वेरिएबल हैज़ बीन डाइड हियर, सो दिस वैल्यू विल बी अनअफेक्टेड. नाउ दिस वैल्यू विल बी अफेक्टेड ओनली व्हेन यू रिसीव द रेफरेंस. सो आपको PHP में पॉइंटर्स नहीं है, सो आपको जस्ट एम्परसेंड लगा देते हैं. सो ऑटोमेटिकली PHP विल पास द रेफरेंस ऑफ दिस वेरिएबल. सो नाउ बाय नंबर यू आर एक्चुअली रेफरिंग दिस वेरिएबल. सो नंबर का मतलब अब नंबर इज नॉट अ न्यू वेरिएबल, इट इज जस्ट ए रेफरेंस टू दिस वेरिएबल. इस वैल्यू का रेफरेंस है ये, ठीक है. सो नाउ यू आर वर्किंग ऑन एक्चुअली ऑन दिस वेरिएबल. सो नाउ यू विल गेट 16. ओके, लेट मी. ओके, सो दिस इज हाउ बाय रेफरेंस works in PHP. Okay, there is one more thing. Sometimes you might define a default value for a variable also, so you can also do that. Let me remove this one. Global scope we have talked about. Function error, PHP variable arguments, and not PHP display. So let me change this function. So let's say in this function we are going to have a message. So message is some variable and we are just displaying this message, MESSAGE, ठीक है. Okay, and now there is one variable. I am just putting some message, welcome from, welcome to PHP world. Some message I have specified. So there is a variable that is having some message. I am passing this variable to this function display. So now you might be expecting you will see this message, ठीक है. Let me remove this. थोड़ी देर के लिए इसको मैं कमेंट कर देता हूँ. And PHP display, name of the function is display. Okay, welcome to PHP world. You are seeing this message now. Sometimes what you want, you just want to have, if it's no value is passed, then a default value should be displayed. So you can also do that. So आपको डिफ़ॉल्ट वैल्यू स्पेसिफाई करने के लिए कुछ इस तरीके से जस्ट एक वैल्यू पास कर देनी है, ठीक है. this is a default message. ठीक है, and now let's run it. Can you tell me what message will be displayed? You output will not change, you will get the same output. ठीक है, now let me do make one change. Let's remove this version. Now let's see what happens. So why this is happening? Because we have specified a default value for this variable. So now if you do not pass any value to this function, or you do not pass actually any variable to this function, any parameter to this function, this will be taken as a parameter. So this is the default value. Okay, so you can specify default value for the arguments that you are passing for to your function, and if you are not providing that any value to that function at the time of calling, the function will automatically take the default value for that parameter. Okay, so this is the concept of default in PHP. So let me redo it, whatever script. Okay, okay, good. So now we are moving on next topic. There are some more thing also with this. Okay, one more thing, let's discuss this one also. Now sometimes you might want that if some your function runs, okay, then you just display that output. But sometimes if your function creates some error, then it should give some message, or that error should be handled. Okay, let me show you with an example. So here you have a function. Let's say we have defined a function reciprocal. So this function is actually computing the reciprocal of a parameter that you passed. Okay, so reciprocal matlab 1 upon that parameter. So you know that if you are passing a value x, then we are going to get 1 upon x actually. That is the meaning of reciprocal. Now you also knowing that this x should not be 0, because if x equal to 0, then 1 upon x is undefined. आप इसे infinite बोलते हैं, but it is actually undefined, or it is actually infinite. We cannot represent it, है ना? So in that sense it is undefined. Okay, so now you might need that we should handle this issue कि अगर somehow argument x 0 आ जाता है, then your function should give some error message, है ना, and peacefully वो complete हो जाए अपना आपका function. So what you can do for that, you just define if value is not equal to 0 echo 1 upon value, है ना, and return true. So जब आपने जो वैल्यू है वो भी आपने डिस्प्ले कर दी और ट्रू रिटर्न कर दिया. सो दैट मीन्स इफ योर फंक्शन इज रिटर्न ट्रू, एवरीथिंग इज फाइन, एल्स यू रिटर्न फॉल्स. सो आप कब रिटर्न कर रहे हैं फॉल्स? जब वैल्यू वेरिएबल जो है आपका आर्गूमेंट 0 जा रहा है. ठीक है, सो इफ यू आर पासिंग 0 एज एन आर्गूमेंट टू दिस फंक्शन, so in that case your function is actually signifying that there is some error. So if there is some error and you are returning false for that error, then you can handle this function like that. So reciprocal to or die. So in the die actually message, you can provide your error message. So it is a kind of error handler that you can associate it with your function. So die is a PHP function that you can associate with your function. So आपने क्या किया, फंक्शन में ट्रू और फॉल्स पास किया है. ठीक है, सो ट्रू के केस में ओनली दिस पार्ट विल बी डन एंड दिस पार्ट विल बी इग्नोर्ड. And if your function is returning false, then this part will not do anything, but just you will get this message die. So die will be executed and you can provide your own message there. So cannot take reciprocal of 0, we are just providing that message. ठीक है, or you can say that division by 0 error. you can display also the message there, like division by 0 error. Okay. So in that case, since you are providing a non-zero value, so this message will not be displayed. But in other case, that means in this case you will get this message. Okay. So let's run this code. PHP function error. PHP function errors. Okay, this one. So division by 0 error. Okay, आप लाइन चेंज भी ऐड कर सकते हैं यहाँ पे. Let's say BR, something like that. सेम आप यहाँ भी ऐड कर सकते हैं. ओके. So different line में आपको आउटपुट मिलेगा. So this is the functions. Now let's move ahead with the next topic. So now we are going to discuss reading data in web pages. This is very important part that you will use quite often, reading data in web pages. So you might be knowing before that PHP is a server side scripting language. So that means you can process data on the server. So to do that, you should be able to transport the data from the client side to the server side. Okay. So suppose that client is running some script that is having some input options there and some buttons there. Client inputs some data there in those input elements and then submit some button, and now that data need to be submitted to server. So at server side there should be some script that will receive that data and will process that data. So this is the idea behind processing of the data. Client will provide the data. So client data कहाँ provide कर रहा है? Client is using some script that may be a, let's say, HTML page. It can also be a PHP page. Okay. So client is just filling some data and then submitting some button, and now that data should be transported to server, and at the server side some web page will be there that will receive that data and then will process that data and then will return the result back to the client. So this is the idea how this is the broad idea that website uses. Okay, or this is the idea how this is the concept how the web pages works or websites or works. Okay, so now we will see that thing. Okay, so now at the client side what you will have a page, okay, web page where you have some HTML code, and that code will have some JavaScript code, some PHP code within that, so on, or some other code may be there if you are using that code also, and you have some input elements. Okay, now in order to send that data from the input elements, you can you have to put those elements on a form. Okay, without putting those elements in a form you cannot submit data to the server. So, okay, so that is one important requirement. So whatever you want to send to the server, you need to put the input elements in form. So you will have a form tag. Form will have some parameters like method. We will talk about them, what are the meaning of those methods, and there may be some script that is going to accept that data. Let's say that may be abc.php, and in that form you might have some input elements there, like you might have some input box, label input box, label input box, label input box, maybe checkbox, radio button, text box, and so on, and then you have a closing form tag. Sorry. नाउ दिस इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट कि आपको अगर कोई भी डेटा सर्वर को सबमिट करना है किसी भी इनपुट एलिमेंट का, तो दैट इनपुट एलिमेंट शुड बी ऑन फॉर्म है, एंड हियर यूज ऑल्सो एट द इन द एंड आपको कुछ बटन्स भी ऐड करना पड़ेंगे इन दैट फॉर्म, सो दैट एक लाइक सबमिट बटन रिक्वायर्ड होता है. सो सबमिट बटन नहीं होगा तो आप डेटा सबमिट नहीं कर पाएंगे. सो फॉर्म इज एन एलिमेंट दैट विल हेल्प यू टू सबमिट the data to another script. We have seen the concept of form in when we studied HTML. If you are not remembering that, just brush up that portion. Okay. So now the mainly your form will have what components have. It will have some input elements. Let me write that in some English term. Input elements you will have on that forms where user will input some data, then some buttons will be there. Okay, some buttons will be there including submit button. Okay, so all these elements should be on a form, only then the form's data will be submitted. Okay, so when you will have input button, input elements, input elements and button. Okay, so now whatever user inputs in these elements, you can submit this data of the input elements with the help of pressing the submit button. ठीक है. Now जब ये डेटा सबमिट हो गया रहा है तो नाउ क्वेश्चन अराइज होता है, वाई विच मेथड दिस डेटा विल बी सबमिटेड टू द सर्वर. सो यू हैव टू स्पेसिफाई मेथड देयर. सो मेथड में बी गेट और पोस्ट, वी विल टॉक अबाउट देम लेटर, एंड देयर विल बी ए स्क्रिप्ट who will handle this submitted data, or to what script that data need to be given. So in that action tag you need to specify. So here you have to provide the URL of that script. ठीक है. अभी थोड़ी देर के लिए इसको भूल जाओ, दिस इज जस्ट एन एग्जाम्पल. यू नीड टू प्रोवाइड द कंप्लीट URL और फुल URL ऑफ द स्क्रिप्ट दैट इज गोइंग टू हैंडल दैट डेटा. सो नाउ वो URL आप कैसे प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं? देर आर मल्टीपल वेज टू प्रोवाइड दैट URL. सो पहला तो है कि आप एक फुल फ्लेज्ड URL यहाँ पर आप प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं, लाइक http www.some site name, let's say abc.com/phpreader.php, समथिंग लाइक दैट. इस तरीके का एक URL होगा, कंप्लीट URL यू कैन डू. या फिर आप इस तरीके का URL दे सकते हैं. नाउ ये वाला URL कब आप देंगे? जब आपकी जो स्क्रिप्ट है, दिस स्क्रिप्ट जिसमें ये फॉर्म एडेड है, दैट स्क्रिप्ट इज एट द सेम डायरेक्टरी वेयर दिस स्क्रिप्ट इज दैट मीन्स आपकी ये जो स्क्रिप्ट है, जिस डायरेक्टरी में ये स्क्रिप्ट है उसी डायरेक्टरी में ये भी स्क्रिप्ट होना चाहिए. सो दैट मीन्स वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग एक्चुअली रिलेटिव URL एक्चुअली हियर. ठीक है. सो यहाँ आप रिलेटिव URL प्रोवाइड कराएंगे. सो जब आपका दोनों पेज एक ही सर्वर पर हैं, देन यू कैन जस्ट प्रोवाइड द रिलेटिव URL. ओके. नाउ अगर आप यहाँ पर कुछ भी एक्शन को एम्प्टी छोड़ देते हैं, यू डू नॉट स्पेसिफाई एक्शन, आप एक्शन में कुछ भी नहीं स्पेसिफाई करते हैं, तो इसका मतलब है द डेटा विल बी सबमिटेड टू द सेम स्क्रिप्ट जिस पर यह फॉर्म आपने ऐड किया हुआ है, या जिस पर यह फॉर्म, जिस स्क्रिप्ट में फॉर्म आपने क्रिएट किया है वो उसी स्क्रिप्ट को सबमिट हो जाएगा. सो नाउ आपको सेम स्क्रिप्ट को ही डेटा डिलीवर हो जाएगा. ओके. सो ऑब्वियसली ये स्क्रिप्ट सर्वर साइड पर होना चाहिए. नाउ लेट मी शो यू विद सम एग्जांपल्स. आई एम हैविंग एग्जांपल्स अगेन फ्रॉम दैट सेम बुक. द चैप्टर इज 5. PHP text.html. Okay, so let me focus on this file first. So now you can see that this file, we have a HTML file because its extension is .html. So everything is within HTML. Title is there, body mein you have a form. So in form you have specified the method post. So that means this data will be submitted with the method post. And to what script you are submitting this data? PHP text.php. So now you can see that we have not provided a full URL. So दैट मीन्स दिस PHP टेक्स्ट स्क्रिप्ट शुड बी इन द सेम डायरेक्टरी वेयर दिस फाइल इज रिसाइडिंग। ठीक है, ये दोनों फाइल सेम डायरेक्टरी में होनी चाहिए। कौन कौन सी फाइल? PHP text.php एंड PHP text.html। okay, now we have just displayed some message, then there is one input box, you know that this is the input box। okay, type is text, so that means text box है, and उसका नाम आपने रखा है data, and we have put a input box or input element actually, and the type is submit, so this is a submit button and its value is send। okay, so this is a submit button, you can display whatever caption you can display there by just specifying the value parameter। तो value जो attribute है उसमें आप जो भी मैसेज जो भी स्ट्रिंग पुट करेंगे that will be displayed as a caption। so आप send की जगह पर submit कर सकते हैं या और कुछ भी इस पर मैसेज डाल सकते हैं। ठीक है, but this parameter is important, your button is of type submit। so once you will submit this button or you will click on this button, this forms data will be submitted। so forms data submission का मतलब क्या है? whatever there is in this input element will be submitted। now किसको सबमिट होगा? इस स्क्रिप्ट को। ठीक है, एंड by what method that will be submitted? by post method। ठीक है, so let's run this file php text.html है ना। so this is that php text.html। I think will not, let's okay, it is not able to call the php text.php। so rather than running this way, let's run directly from this way, chp4 php text.html। now what is saying? the requested URL was not found in this server। chapter 4 नहीं, chapter 5 है। हाँ, कर तो रहा काम है ना। व्हाट आई वाज एक्चुअली डूइंग, मैं डायरेक्टली रन कर रहा था, तो डायरेक्टली से वो मेरे प्रॉपर पाथ से नहीं जा रहा था। ओके, सो नाउ वी जस्ट नीड टू रन दिस HTML फाइल विद फ्रॉम द सेम डायरेक्टरी सर्वर के थ्रू। सो मैंने ये PHP HTML.text को रन किया। सो नाउ इट इज जस्ट डिस्प्लेइंग ये मैसेज, आपने देखा होगा, वी हैव सीन दिस मैसेज, लेवल नहीं था। नाउ व्हाट इज योर नेम एंड जस्ट टाइप योर नेम देयर। सो दिस इज द इनपुट बॉक्स and this is the button, okay, that we are having on that page। okay, this button, ठीक है, we have named it as send button। so the हमने इसका टाइटल send रखा है, अब ये कहीं कैप्शन send स्पेसिफाई किया, so it will have send, you can make it submit as well। so now what is happening there, as far as whatever I am typing there, so this is an input element within the input element। so ये जो argument है, ये जो value है, ये input element में है। now when I submit this button, that means I click on that button, so this data, that means this input elements data, ये जो input आपको text box दिखाई दे रहा है, this data will be submitted to the script। which script? this one, php text.php, that is also residing in the same directory। okay, so this script will receive that data। okay, and what method this is, it is going to receive that data? by post method। so let me एक मिनट पहले हम वो फाइल देख लेते हैं, वेयर इज द PHP text.php, this is the file। okay, so now this is the file, so this is the important part of that file। everything is same HTML में ही होगा, आपका PHP जो है ना HTML text में ही होगा। So you have some HTML that will be displayed, and here this is the important part. So actually whenever you submit anything, that value is actually stored in a global array. So request is in a global array. ठीक है, हालांकि आप PHP में पोस्ट मेथड से सबमिट करें, सो देयर इज ऑल्सो वन एरे, पोस्ट एरे, दैट इज कॉल्ड $_post, बाय विच यू कैन ऑल्सो एक्सेस द डेटा. देयर इज सम अदर वे ऑल्सो, ठीक है, वो मेथड बेस्ड है. सो रिक्वेस्ट इज ए ग्लोबल एरे एक्चुअली दैट इज प्रोवाइडेड बाय द PHP, एंड यू कैन रिट्रीव द डेटा दैट इज सेंट बाय ए स्क्रिप्ट फ्रॉम दिस एरे. सो एक्चुअली जब आपकी एक स्क्रिप्ट है, जो क्लाइंट साइड की स्क्रिप्ट है, वो डेटा सेंड कर रही है, सो दैट डेटा इज स्टोर्ड इन दिस एरे. ओके, एंड इस एरे में जो डेटा है दैट इज इन दैट यू कैन से दैट डेटा इज इंडेक्स्ड ऑन द नेम ऑफ द एलिमेंट. ठीक है, सो नेम ऑफ द एलिमेंट विल बी द की. सो आपको मालूम है कि ये जो एलिमेंट है उसका नाम हमने डेटा रखा था, इनपुट एलिमेंट का नाम. ठीक है, दिस इज द नेम ऑफ द डेटा. सो दैट्स वाई वी आर सेइंग दैट नेम ऑफ द एलिमेंट. सो आपने केवल ये जो इनपुट एलिमेंट का जो डेटा था उसमें क्या डेटा है आप वो रिट्रीव करना चाह रहे हैं इस फाइल में. सो यू विल डू जस्ट $_request एंड नेम ऑफ द एलिमेंट जिसका डेटा आप रिट्रीव करना चाह रहे हैं. सो दिस फाइल is able to retrieve that data from the request array using the name of the input element. Okay, so now what we are just actually retrieving, displaying that. ठीक है, thanks for answering some message के साथ we are just echoing that data कि जो इसके स्क्रिप्ट ने रिसीव किया है. So let me show you. You are just seeing that data is being echoed. Thanks for answering and this one. Okay, so this is how you can retrieve the data. So let me change the method. Let's see what happens. Get. I have saved. Yes. ठीक है, सेम थिंग है ना, वी आर गेटिंग सेम थिंग. सो अच्छा, यहाँ पे एक चीज़ आपने नोटिस की होगी, जस्ट इन केस ऑफ गेट मेथड नोटिस द URL. सो जब आप गेट मेथड से आर्गुमेंट पास करते हैं, सो दैट आर्गुमेंट इज पास्ड इन फॉर्म ऑफ ए क्वेरी स्ट्रिंग. वी कॉल इट क्वेरी स्ट्रिंग. तो आप देखेंगे, सो क्वेरी स्ट्रिंग का मतलब क्या है, आपका जो कंप्लीट पाथ है स्क्रिप्ट का वो पाथ दिखाई देगा. सो आपके PHP स्क्रिप्ट का पाथ है ये पूरा कंप्लीट, एंड देन क्वेश्चन मार्क के बाद आपके जो भी आर्गुमेंट्स आप पास कर रहे हैं, दो आर्गुमेंट्स विल बी डिस्प्लेड. सो आर्गुमेंट आप क्या था, इनपुट एलिमेंट का नाम है डेटा वाज योर आर्गुमेंट पैरामीटर, इक्वल टू वैल्यू. ठीक है, सो वैल्यू में आप देख रहे हैं ये प्लस क्यों आ गया, बिकॉज दैट वैल्यू वाज हैविंग स्पेसेस. सो स्पेसेस आर रिमूव्ड विद द हेल्प ऑफ प्लस. ठीक है, और मल्टीपल अगर आर्गुमेंट हैं आपके स्क्रिप्ट में, मल्टीपल डेटा आप सेंड कर रहे हैं, so that data will be separated by %. Okay, so now you can see that this is happening because of get method. So get method में जब आप कोई भी डेटा पास करते हैं, so that data becomes actually a part of URL. So now you can see that it is not safe to send data using get method, especially confidential data या private data है, you should not send using get method. लेकिन अब आप देखिए, इसी में अगर मेथड में पोस्ट कर देता हूँ, देन यू विल सी द डिफरेंस. नाउ लेट्स रिपीट, डू इट अगेन. आई एम सेंडिंग सेम मैसेज. ओके, सॉरी मैंने सेव नहीं किया. योर मेथड इज पोस्ट. ठीक है, now you cannot see that data there. Okay, so post is much secure than get. So whenever you are you should remember that whenever you are sending some data which is having some confidentiality or require some privacy, you should transmit that data using post method. So आज यहीं रोकते हैं. Okay, so in next class we will see something more. ये तो हो गया एक बहुत सिंपल एग्जांपल जिसमें हमने एक इनपुट बॉक्स का डेटा जो ना एक स्क्रिप्ट को पास किया PHP में और उसे सिंपली डिस्प्ले किया. वी विल सी सम मोर एग्जांपल्स एंड वी विल सेंड डेटा ऑफ सम मोर इनपुट एलिमेंट्स लाइक टेक्स्ट एरिया एंड मल्टीपल इनपुट बॉक्स, ओके, चेक बॉक्स, रेडियो बटन, इन सब का डेटा कैसे ट्रांसमिट सेंड करते हैं और फिर उसे कैसे रिसीव करके उसकी प्रोसेसिंग करते हैं. सो दैट पोर्शन वी विल सी इन नेक्स्ट क्लास. ओके.